You know, folks, I think it was Albert Einstein that said that if you can't explain something in simple terms, you just don't understand it well enough. And one of the best arguments I've come up with the liberals when they start talking about, and actually even some of the libertarians that just love that Constitution. And I say, yeah, don't you like the way the Constitution preserves our inalienable rights? And they say, yeah, man. I said, well, the problem is they aren't mentioned in the Constitution. The Constitution is not a standalone document. Without the Declaration of Independence defining us as a people, it does little good to define our government. It takes the two standing together. And the trick is, you can't go back to the Declaration and claim those inalienable rights without also acknowledging the Creator from whom they come. It is our legacy. It is our birthright. It is our honor to have been born as free Americans, and we no more have choice over that than we did our own parents. Let's keep the argument simple. Let's keep the conversation alive, because it's having this discussion that is what will ultimately take this country back. I'd like to bring up to the stage now Mr. Mike Steinberg. He's an insurance professional, a financial advisor, and serves as an elder and co-pastor of his church. He's an active member of the Tea Party and recently ran for NC Congressional District 9. Add author to his resume, as he has just released a book relevant for today's gathering titled 3 for Tea. Michael Steinberg.
Thank you. Thank you all for being out here. My name is Mike Steinberg, and I did write a book. It's actually Tea for 3. It's up for sale up on the hill there. But what I wanted to share with you today is something that's maybe a little different from what other people are going to be sharing. I know that we're angry. A lot of us are angry. I'm angry too. It's one of the reasons I ran for Congress, is because I was so upset with the direction this country's going. And here, we can get worked up, we can get upset, we can get angry, we can vent. But when we get out there, we need to win people to the cause. And to do that, we need to be able, just like they said 2 minutes ago, we need to speak simply. Because the mantra that's coming out of the Democratic Party right now is all he needs is more time. And it's real easy to turn that argument around and say, okay, what progress have you seen that more time will heal? I went to the DNC. I was at Liberty Stock, so we were only a couple of blocks away. I went up to the DNC. I had great conversations with people, and I asked them questions. And we need to win this country back. We need to win not just the argument, but the hearts of people. And a lot of people think, well, 47% of the people are getting government benefit. It's really not a true statistic. And I don't have time to get into it. They gave me a certain amount of time to speak. But the vast majority of this people in this country hate paying taxes. Do we all agree on that? Do we agree that healthcare is broken? Well, great. What did Jesus say? He said, agree with your adversary quickly. Let's find the points of agreement first. Then we work on solutions. And you can do that in a very quick conversation with people. And you say to them, is healthcare broken? They'll tell you, yeah, it's broken. And you say, well, I believe the free market is the way to go. And then what's their position? Well, they believe the government is. So you say, real simple question. What is their constitutional authority to get involved in health care? And don't say it condescendingly. Don't say it angrily. Ask. Ask a question. What is their constitutional authority to be involved in health care? And they've got no answer. And when you start presenting things from the point of the Constitution, look, before I got involved a couple of years ago, I didn't know that. I thought I knew the Constitution, but until I sat down and read it, I really didn't know what was in there, because they don't teach it anymore. So don't be surprised when you get a lot of blank stares, but don't make them feel stupid. That's when they get defensive. What we need to do is confront them and not defend the indefensible. When they say, well, President Obama inherited one heck of a mess, You can just say, well, actually, he didn't inherit anything. He applied for a job. He said before he got elected it was the worst economy since the Great Depression. Those were his words. If he didn't have a plan, he probably shouldn't have applied for the job, but he didn't inherit anything. Yes, there was a mess, a fiscal mess. Republicans had control from 2000 to 2002. We had the presidency, we had both houses of Congress, and let me tell you something, folks, not much changed. Don't get caught in the trap of defending the indefensible. We need to show people there's a new path, a new way, a new time, a new era that will usher in a period of prosperity like this country has never seen before if we could get government out of the way. And when we can explain that in simple terms, easy to present, it's not hard, we win the hearts, not just elections, we win the hearts of the people, and that's what we're after, right? All right, I've got that book up. I'd love to chat with y'all. I appreciate everybody coming out on a beautiful day, celebrating the freedom of this country. Keep the arguments simple, win the hearts, and we'll win the country. Amen?